This time on Warframe. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Deadeye over here at Limbo Nation, doing everything as much as it is that I can Limbo, everything Limbo, all day, every day, all kind of weird stuff. But I know that you're wondering right now, if this is supposed to be an Ivara video, why is it that Limbo happens to be on the screen? Well, that's because we managed to find out some pretty OP things to be able to do with Limbo, and they happen to be quite niche, and they are overpowered by all means, in my opinion. But if you'd like to know exactly what it happens to be, stick around for the end of the video to see what that is. Don't you love when you're just sitting around playing with your friends and you're like, hey, somebody want to do the sortie? And everybody's like, hey, yeah, sure, that'd be awesome. And then you look up and realize, damn, it's Vay Heck. I can't do this. It's level 100. Or maybe the problem happens to be that it'll just take too long and you don't happen to want to waste all of your day trying to do so. Or if you happen to be a solo player and maybe finding it just a little too troublesome to take him down yourself, I happen to have come up with just a solution for you. BAM! May I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, of course you already knew it, but once again, the Glaive Prime. Not that it happens to matter. You can use whatever glaive it is that you happen to want. It doesn't need to be the Glaive Prime, but as long as you happen to have condition overload and a decent amount of status on that glaive, and as well a secondary that you can dual wield your glaive with, and proc status, preferably something like the Euphona Prime, like the Tigress build for its secondary fire happens to work absolutely fantastic. As you can see, I've got my Riven here on it. It gives me a little bit of a dual build, excuse me, so I can do crit fire on the primary fire and 100% status on the secondary. As you can see, I point that out there. This is my silent build because we are going to be bringing in Ivara. Fortunate thing is that the bosses can't hit what they can't see, so we are going to take full well advantage of this using Ivara being as mean as possible. So goodness, with all that said and done, Euphona Prime and Glaive Prime, let's jump right into the video. It only takes us about a little bit under 7 minutes. This is by far like the fastest way that you're going to be able to deal with Vay Heck. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Vay Heck's Absolute Decimation. So what you're going to see here with Ivara, and come to find out, I do believe that you should be able to use Ash as well as Loki being able to stay invisible, but it is going to be a bit harder with it going on and off. But as long as you happen to have Ivara, you are completely set up to do this boss fight. I use my tether so that way I can get a better vantage point over the entire stage. I wound up using Mike's because it was a bit better. I had asked him to do me a favor and to just let me do the shooting on Vay Heck, so I don't want to hear anything about, oh, Mike had helped you, or you guys will see in the percentages at the end who was doing any and all damage at all. But first I shoot him with the Opticore here to show you what the old way happened to have been and the trouble that we used to go through. Even without heavy caliber, I'm afraid, and everything hitting right in that light, it still doesn't happen to do a very big chunk. Not like what we're going to do here with the Euphona Prime and the Glaive. So we're going to shoot him with the secondary fire and proc some status, and it looks like we actually happen to have missed that one, but we're going to get him the rest of the times here and really put on one hell of a show. But goodness, that's Vay Heck with the Glaive and the Euphona Prime. But stick around to the end of the video to find out what it is that we're doing with Limbo. You guys have a nice day. Peace.
Thank you, Tenno. It should be a long time before we hear Vay Heck's ugly voice again. Now get to extraction. You've earned it. They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around and tune in next time to see how it is that we take Limbo